2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Stop it. You don't have to stop it. I'm sorry I said that.
I was getting into it. You know me, I love ascending series of numbers. I love monotonically ascending sequences.
Yeah, that's what I'm into. How'd you know? Ordinals or cardinals? What do you prefer? Ordinals are my favorite kind of bird.
The Cardinals have way better results than the Ordinals in terms of overall wins.
Yeah, what's their win-loss?
I don't know. I'm not from St. Louis. I don't know that
4-2-1,
much.
right? Something like that.
What?
Okay, I think this joke got away from us. Do you have anything you'd like to say to the audience before we begin?
Sup?
Wow. That was it? That was it,
I'm
huh?
a woman of few words.
Okay. So this one is this one is one where we finally might have to switch up some characters.
Except that all of them will have all 4 characters.
Yeah, okay, we'll just roll with it then. Natsuki. Hello, Suki. Welcome, Suki. What? I heard someone misusing my name and I got it. Sayori, what did I tell you about memes? That they were dangerous and that I shouldn't get involved. Too late. Natsuki is messing with the orientation of her manga in the closet shelves. Sayori approaches from behind and pulls her into an embrace. What? Hi. Hi. Nothing personnel, kid. Just need my hug energy. Oh, you could just call that Henergy, right? Oh. You understand. I feel so bad. I keep looking over at you for approval, and I have to do this scene solo. Got any insightful commentary for the folks at home?
Nope.
Okay, great. I can't wait to see one big audio file full of sound waves and one that's practically empty.
It's going to be fine.
It'll be fine. It's just funny to me. The Literature Club has been in full swing since Natsuki joined. Including her, the club is now comprised of four members. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favorite kinds of literature with each other. Natsuki was the first and shared her passion for manga. Her passion for manga. Then Sayori shared her love of poetry, as well as how she goes about writing it herself. What I do is I first put a word on the page, then I put another word after that word. By the time I'm done, there's a lot of words on the page, and people think it's poetry. I am in too deep now to start lying about it, so I'm just going to keep going and hope it works.
I see we still aren't clarifying what kind of literature Monika likes.
Monika, who has multiple literary interests, decided to focus her day on short stories.
Fake book girl, Monika.
It's explicitly not manga.
Yeah?
That narrows it down some.
Yeah, that does narrow it down.
That does narrow it down. Who's her favorite short story author? Borges, probably.
That would track. That would
track for Monika. And finally, Yuri managed to demonstrate her obsession with fantasy, with a little help and encouragement from Sayori. I'd like for you all to read The Left Hand of Darkness. There is actually a lot of overlap between science fiction and fantasy. How's my stressed Yuri voice doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
After the week was spent on their presentations, Monika decided to give the club members this next week to freely explore each other's literary interests. Sayori, having spent most of her time in the club so far with Yuri's fantasy books, is rather excited to begin her journey into Natsuki's manga collection. I want to read with you today. Tell me which one I should pick. Well, that depends on the kind of stuff you like. I mean, there's like romance, drama, comedy, mystery. I like all of those things. Sayori reaches out and pulls a random book from the shelf and inspects the cover. Shouldn't this girl be wearing more clothes? You wouldn't like that one? In a panic, Natsuki snatches the book from Sayori's hand and places it on the shelf in a less conspicuous location.
I see.
Natsuki confirmed Yuri fan? Okay, well, if you really have no preference, then let's just start with something that's easy to get into. A lot of these don't start to get really good until like a few volumes in, and I wouldn't ask someone to make that kind of commitment unless they're already really into manga. I could handle it. I did it with Yuri's book, at least. Well, I'm more considerate than that. Sideburn, Yuri. Oh, harsh but fair. Although I'm kind of impressed by your attention span if you put that much effort into her books. No, I have the attention span.
Watch again.
I have the attention span of a donut. Incidentally, I also would like a donut.
Yum.
That sounds delicious. Monica, would you like a donut?
Sure.
Yay.
Am I in this scene?
Yay, that's two of us. You're in the room probably somewhere.
I'm not sure. I'm not on screen, and yet here I am conversing, and like this is raising questions about our
Since when has being on screen ever What? You know if we're on screen or not. All right, what face am I making right now?
Oh, that one.
Wow. Natsuki, she did it. She knew. Anyway, I did the thing, so get me a donut. Thank you, Monica, for the donut that you will get me. But I love my friends, and I can do anything if it's for them. Well, okay then. Let's pick you something that even donuts can read. I didn't say I was a donut. I just said I had the attention span of one, and also am one, and also want one.
You are what you eat.
Yeah. I ate a donut. It was a while ago, though, and now I want another. You know, you can just eat something if you need to before we start here. We don't have to like hop. Do you need to run down to like the cafeteria? I think they're still open a little bit after school. No. You were just trying to call me sweet. Oh, you're so cute. Now, how did you get that conclusion, huh? And don't call me that. A donut? All right. Cute. Aw, how come? I just don't like it. I don't need a reason. Natsuki yanks a book from the shelf and closes the closet doors. If someone asks you to stop, then you just need to stop. People need to realize that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Nah, it's okay. It wasn't you. Natsuki shakes her head while pulling a second chair over to her desk. I was talking about something else. I didn't mean to get all angry all of a sudden. Natsuki averts her gaze and mumbles. Would you like to narrate this?
Sure.
There we go. You're like, well, you're a nice person, so I wasn't talking about you. I still learned a valuable lesson about stopping to do things when people don't want you to do them.
And eating donuts.
I could really use it. Monica, how is that donut coming along? You said you could, and I quote, python me one up out of thin air if I just gave you a moment. I don't see any snakes.
Sayori speaks softly as well, feeling shy after receiving the unexpected compliment.
Oh, you're so good at narrating. You should do this more often. Well, anyway, here's the book, so just start it whenever you feel like it. What's it about? Well, it's like a comedy, and then there's romance too, obviously. Sayori looks at the title.
Sayori
gonna take me a
looks at
moment.
the title. It's called Love is Another Word for Luck.
Is that a reference to something? I don't recognize it offhand.
Me neither.
It's about a girl who keeps accidentally running into the same guys, and then you find out, like, oh, you should just read it. But you have to tell me what you think. I can already guess who you're going to ship yourself with. It would be so funny if I'm right. The ship? I don't get it. I haven't had my boater's license for a few years now. Not since the boating incident. You could just call that the bincident, right?
Sayori, no, don't think about the bincident.
It's too late. I thought about the bincident. There was so much squid. You know what? Never mind. Let's not worry about that yet. Just make sure you tell me what you think. Oh, okay. I will start then. Hey, maybe tomorrow we can do poetry too. Yeah, I guess. Sure, but you don't want to finish this first? Yeah, but we could do both. I mean, unless you don't like poetry, then I won't make you or anything. No, it's just... Well, never mind. We can worry about it tomorrow.
After the club meeting ends and Natsuki and Yuri leave, Monika strikes up a conversation with Sayori. I see you got Natsuki to share some of her manga with you.
I noticed you replaced the background music with that one piece you performed. That's really cool. What was it called? My Squid, Your Ink. No. The squidcident. I really want to become better friends with her. She's so enthusiastic and expressive. I could just listen to her talk. She's so cute. I'm not sure if she meant I can't say that to her, or if I can't just say it at all.
Say what?
Say what?
Say what?
Say what?
Never mind.
Nothing. I am a woman of respect. But Natsuki is a woman of cute. Oh, I said it.
What's so bad about that?
See how I'm doing the finger tap? I don't know. But you know, there's one thing I'm kind of worried about. Sometimes I'm afraid that Natsuki actually doesn't like me very much.
Aw, that's ridiculous. How come you feel that way? You know she's just a tsundere, right? That's like...
What's a tsundere?
Natsuki.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, I mean... just like little signs. Like how she only says hi to me after I say hi to her first. And it feels like she only gets excited to talk to me when it's about manga and other stuff that she likes. Maybe I mentioned the bincident too early. She just seems, dismissive a lot. She was like that when I brought up poetry.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she doesn't like you.
What?
She's probably just shy, you know?
I assume most people don't like me. I have terrible mental health problems.
I see.
Maybe. My stupid head is just making me worry for no reason. It likes to do that. Thanks, head. Punch. Punch. Punch.
It's okay. Try not to worry so much. Everything will be great. But you can always talk to me about any concerns that you have. I'm here to help.
Side point, and I know this isn't the point. Monika has a much bigger chest than the rest of the cast. Is that because that's how she is, or did she use Python? It's important.
Bra stuffed with snakes. I heard something about Python, and I'm not sure I got this right yet. I haven't taken comp sci yet.
Oh. You have the snake bra. I have one of those too. It makes your tits go sss. Oh Lord, they squirmin'. Are you gonna read your line?
I already did a long time ago.
Oh, that's so good. Did I mention I wanted a donut? You're the best. Sayori gives Monica a quick hug.
That was my line.
Oh, sorry. Hug. You have to hold it for at least 10 seconds for the optimal buff.
Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah, I learned about hug.
I see.
I'm gonna keep trying because I love her and I want to get closer to her. I've decided to pursue Natsuki route.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You got this.
Thanks, Monica. How's that donut coming along? You can use the snakes in the donut. I don't mind.
After the next club meeting starts, Sayori is the last one in as usual. Trotting into the room, she sees Natsuki sitting alone by the closet, reading what must be manga.
Sorry I'm so late. I had to find a donut. It was tasty, and now I'm sated. For at least 5 days.
Without hesitation, Sayori pulls up a chair and plops herself down right next to Natsuki.
Hello there. Hello, sorry.
What?
Hello, Suki. Hello. Hi, what are you trying to do? I don't follow. What's the meme here? What you reading? Can I read it with you? Natsuki pulls the book away from Sayori.
That was my only line.
Sorry. You can't just start in the middle. There are spoilers. Besides, what about the one I gave you yesterday? Sorry, I was just curious. Well, anyway, I've been waiting forever for this volume to come out, and it just came out yesterday, so... Oh, that's so exciting. I'll let you read it then. Uh-huh. Can I sit next to you, though? Sure.
Sayori plops herself down next to Natsuki, then pulls out a blank sheet of paper.
Hello.
Natsuki reads in silence, save for the periodic flutter of a page being released from beneath her thumb. From Sayori's side, only the light tapping noises of her pen meeting the paper can be heard.
Tap, 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 tap.
Time passes.
Tap, 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 tap.
Sayori's paper is filled with scribbles, and the margins are lined with stick figures.
I call this one Samidare George.
Wow, he's so cool.
Yeah, wow, I didn't think a stick figure could be cool, but I guess here we are. Huh, alright.
Natsuki lets out something.
You complain that I was making you wait to read them, and you complain when I go too fast. Did you finish? No, but it's a good stopping point. My head is swimming. I need a break.
Natsuki stretches her arms.
You ever get that good feeling when you just stretch out after a while and you're like, oh yeah. Aren't you bored? No, I was writing. Oh, I saw the stick figures and thought you were just bored. I just draw those when I'm thinking or waiting for inspiration. I made friends with them all. This one is sad because she thinks the night sky is pretty, but she can't look up at the stars in public without everyone thinking she's a weirdo. Her name is Mayuri. And this one has problems with his back, but the doctors can't figure out what's wrong with him. Turns out it's actually ligma. Huh? Monica. Natsuki, no!
Natsuki voice. What the hell is back problems?
What the hell is back problems? I wanted to do it in Sayori voice, but nope, we're saving it. What the heck? You're the weirdo. Wanna read the poem I'm working on? Sure, I guess. Sayori slides the paper over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads the poem, she furrows her eyebrows. Huh. She slides the
paper back over to Sayori.
I'm so sorry. Don't you ever feel weird just sharing all of your thoughts and feelings like that? Your poems are like really emotional. Is that bad? Well, no, it's just an observation. I think people can get closer to each other if they find ways of expressing their feelings. For example, I found some of your, what was the word? Dojinshi. Well, okay, we're gonna unpack that later, but... Well...
Natsuki begins to protest, but she can't find a good way of putting her thoughts into words.
Doesn't that depend more on the kinds of friends you have? I don't know, to each their own, but I've never met anyone I'd feel comfortable sharing my poems with. Not that it's you, it's just how I am, so... You write poetry? Oh, shit. Monica, help me. Distract her with like a donut. Do we have emergency donuts?
No.
You can't tell me you haven't developed Sayori contingencies. You never told me that. I thought you just wrote other stuff. Yeah, that too, but you should. I mean, would you ever want to share? Like I said, I don't do that. But can we talk about something else? I'm sorry. It's not your fault. It just makes me uncomfortable. I can't help it. Still, I am sorry for making you feel uncomfortable. It's fine. Well, let's move on to something that makes us both happy. Manja. I should continue the book you gave me since I didn't get very far yet. Did you know, in this book, they read from right to left? It took me a while to figure that one out. I'm pretty smart. Sure. Question. Why does she pull the sword from her girlfriend's chest? Wait, what makes you think they're girlfriends? They are not? No, they are. It's just... You know what? Never mind. Over the next few days, Sayori
begins each club meeting by approaching Natsuki with unwavering enthusiasm.
Here comes Sayori. It's Natsuki. Natsuki. Hi, Natsuki. Here you are.
Are we friends yet?
Huh? I mean, if I say yes, will you stop?
No.
If I say no, will you stop?
I'll try harder.
Oh.
At the end of one club meeting, Monica, who has become rather invested in Sayori's friendship mission, starts an innocuous conversation with Natsuki while she packs up. It's cool that you've been finding time to spend with Sayori. She was pretty excited for the chance to read manga with you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been enjoying the chance to share it too, right?
Yeah, mostly.
Huh? Natsuki glances over her shoulder, but doesn't reply further. What's on your mind?
Nothing. I don't talk about people behind their backs.
Oh. Natsuki falls silent, but she just fidgets instead of getting back to what she was doing, as though something. I see.
I thought you... Okay. I'm sorry. That one wasn't on its mistake.
It's okay to share your feelings. That's different from talking about someone behind their back.
I guess. Just hate it when people talk about me behind my back, so I'm better than to do it to others.
Monica shares a bright smile, as the line once again moves before I finish saying it, but I got it all this time at least. You're really considerate.
I'm so sorry. I'm used to pressing the button when I... You know what? Here, you get the controller now.
Which button do I hit?
You only need to hit that A button there.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks, I guess, but doesn't feel like it.
You can trust me.
See, I think that's the difference between you and me is I'll usually press the button when we get to the very, last couple words because I've already mentally read them.
I never do that.
Yeah, I noticed that, so I'm sorry.
Natsuki stands in silence for a moment, still fidgeting.
Fidget.
I lost the A button. I found the A button.
I just feel smothered sometimes. I'm not used to someone being all over me right after we met. I mean, it's fun to hang out with her, but just have no control over the pace. I can't just meet someone and instantly become best friends with them. Share everything about myself. That's not how it works. I just want to chill out sometime, you know? Chill. Chill pill. Pill chill.
Oh, I didn't realize that was happening.
It's fine. Why would you have?
I know, I just feel bad about it. I know Sayori, so I should have realized.
She knows me.
Monica navigates through her tinge of guilt, which has surfaced mainly due to her being the one who previously encouraged Sayori's behavior. Despite not knowing the situation, Monica can't help but feel a little responsible. Do you want me to talk to her about it?
No, I wouldn't like that.
Well, I could divert her into another club activity for you or something.
No way. That would be so underhanded and mean.
Sorry, I didn't think that one through.
Besides, just because I complain about it doesn't mean I'm asking for someone to solve my problems for me.
True. I'm sorry. I guess I just instinctively want to try to solve problems, even if I haven't been invited to.
It's fine. Also, why are your tits hissing?
Don't worry about it.
I would talk to Sayori about it, but that would make things really weird between us. I feel like it would just make her constantly be afraid that she's bothering me.
Is Natsuki the one that's read all of the emotional self-help books and understood none of it? She knows all the right things to say, but hasn't quite internalized what she's actually meaning.
I don't know just how to just keep things natural, you know?
Well, I think if you do a good job expressing all your feelings, she would totally understand. Sayori really wants to be the best that she can be for other people. I think she would actually be happy that you want to improve your friendship with her.
She keeps talking about, our friendship rank going up and trying to get, what my arcana is. Do you know what a social link is, Monica?
No?
That's probably for the best, because I don't either. It's okay, I didn't want to read that line.
Oh, I thought you already read that one.
No, it's okay.
Oh, damn. Unfortunately, I don't know how to go to the history.
Well, that's fine. I guess we'll never know now.
What if I do this?
Talking...
What's this do? What's this do? What's this do?
Okay, this is just going to cause everything to... Okay, great.
I don't know.
Feels so dumb talking to someone about how to be friends with them. You know what I mean? Jelly bean? Look at my pink hair. It's natural, you know. Very rare.
What's the term for that? What's the pink equivalent of a blue net?
Wow. Why is there not a word for that?
I know, right? I bet there is.
Pinkette? Pond? I'm gonna go with pond. Thanks. Oh, that's fine. I didn't want to read that line either.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's harder than it looks, isn't
it? It's really hard.
Yeah,
I have too much power. Why am I in control?
Because.
Also, how do you access the history?
Huh?
How do you access the history?
I believe you have to hit the pause button to bring up... You hit the pause button, bring up the menu down here. And then history is over here, and then you press A.
Thank you.
It's just weird and not cool.
Monica shrugs.
There you go.
It's the literature club.
You say that as if it means something.
I know, right? Then she mumbles through a stifled laugh. It's not the cool club.
It is when I'm here. Hey!
Sorry, that just tickled me for some reason.
Can we make a cool club? Just for me. You can be in it too if you want.
Is that so much a club? If there's just...
The club is the club I carry with me to beat people who ask if it's a club.
Oh, I see. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Look, I know that you're kind of in a tough spot and that it's hard for you to really express yourself. But you've really demonstrated to me that you're great at self-reflection and critical thinking, even if it doesn't feel like it to you. I think that's the most important part of being able to navigate through these things. So, I believe that you'll find the right thing to do.
You're right. Flash kick. Well...
Natsuki instinctively starts to reject the compliment, but she can't find any excuse to do so.
Thanks, Monica.
Natsuki gathers her things, then she finishes her thought in a mumble.
Yeah, I'm still glad I joined the club, even if it is weird sometimes.
Monica smiles, but Natsuki turns her back and walks away before waiting for a reply.
Hey, what's this poster back here of Sayori hanging herself?
Oh no. It was an unusual way for Natsuki to express her appreciation, but Monica knew what she meant.
Did you mean to put that up, or...?
No.
It's weird that you got this commissioned.
It made Monica feel like everything really was going to be okay.
Like, why would you think to do something like that? Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on.
Oh.
No, I'll take over again.
Okay. You can.
We don't need to look at
I
them.
will relinquish control. I will temporarily relinquish control.
I've Laster. Have a nice weekend. T9ML group. I'm on leave the rest of the week. Contact Ravi if you need to schedule server time, but expect my jobs to run for a few days since we've collected so much data this week. How about we arrange a meeting to discuss the results when I return?
What the heck?
What the fuck? Is this some more of that meta-narrative stuff
It
that...
absolutely has got to be. There's no way it isn't.
What the fuck? The fuck?
The email even says it's from Facebook. Yeah,
you know what
Metaverse
really
Enterprise
sucks?
Solutions. What?
They revealed all this stuff before Facebook named it, which is just... And the fact that they named it in-game to purposely be something that's a little too on the nose.
Yep. And then that's what actual things go with and is equally too on the nose.
Yeah. Anyway.
The UI for this game is so good.
I love it. It's
apropos of nothing, it's really good.
Yeah, it's a great... Because people were wondering like how they would recreate the experience on console. And this is probably the easiest and most valid solution.
Yeah.
To just recreate a computer UI.
Recreate a computer, but cuter.
Yeah.
Computer.
Computer. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Let's workshop that one.
I mean, I think like it would have been pretty difficult to try to recreate some of the systems and stuff that that Monica uses, especially during the climax bit, on like console hardware where you don't necessarily have as easy or direct access to like the inner workings of you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, here you go.
Oh, I have assumed control.
We have assumed control. We have assumed control.
It's lunchtime.
You can't just drop a Rush reference and...
I can, and did. I'm in control. Sayori, who usually buys her lunch, is making her way to the cafeteria like any other day.
I'm going to buy my lunch.
The clamor and bustle of the students is drowned by Sayori's impeccable skill of zoning out.
Watch, I can zone you out. See? Projectile. Projectile. You can't make it over here.
Okay, so we've established that Sayori is a zoner.
Yeah.
What archetypes are the other three?
Natsuki is a brawler. For sure. Like, she has to get up close and personal. Monica is probably a swordy.
Yuri's a stand user.
Yuri is Joker. I mentally inserted Smash character archetypes here, so here we are.
However, her imagination is momentarily interrupted by the glimpse of a familiar pink-haired girl.
Hello, Suki. Oh, hey, that's Natsuki. I never run into the other club members around the school.
I'm not going to think about that too much or analyze it.
I'm not going to worry about that. Natsuki.
Sayori stands on her tiptoes and waves.
Hello, Suki.
Natsuki, who's busy walking and chatting with her friends, doesn't notice Sayori at first.
Pay attention to me. I demand your hellos.
Then she glances over in Sayori's direction. Sayori waves enthusiastically.
Hello.
Following her friends, Natsuki quickly ducks around the corner. Quack.
Wait.
Hey. She definitely saw me. That's no good. Oh, no.
Monica is the first to arrive to the club meeting, then Natsuki.
Hello, Monica.
What's up? Sayori, having glanced through the window to see Natsuki already inside, is unable to work up enough courage to enter.
Did we just ad-lib a perfectly normal conversation?
I think so.
So weird. Natsuki's been so distant with me. I was stupid to think she ever wanted to be friends. Even though I'm vice president, it's in my title. She only got excited because she got to share her manga. But aside from that, she doesn't even like me. I should just go home today. Oh, Yuri, you're in this side story too.
Did you know that they levitated a frog once with magnets?
What?
I'd like to be levitated with magnets.
So do I. Oh my god, I want to be a frog now.
I know, right?
Did you know they also did surgery on a grape?
Holy shit.
The grape is Natsuki.
Sorry, but do you plan on going inside?
No.
Why?
Finger touch.
I'm sulking. See, look at how positively sulkful I am.
Oh, can I help?
Sure. All right, you ready? I'm gonna put on my biggest sulking face.
Well, I'm sorry for bothering you. Excuse me.
No, don't leave me, Yuri.
Oh, I'll stay here then.
I demand friendship hugs.
Okay.
Hug ship. I don't want to go in. I'm afraid of bothering Natsuki. I saw her at lunch today, so I waved and called out to her, but instead of saying hi, she just ran away from me.
Really? Not bad.
Hey! Pay attention to me!
Sorry, I'm sorry. That was a joke.
Oh!
It just sounded like something stupid that I would do from anxiety, which I have.
Oh, you're right, you do have anxiety. Hello, anxiety. From anxiety?
Well, I just don't like attention being drawn to myself.
Oh. Well, that makes sense based on the person you are. But Natsuki isn't shy like that at all. I thought we were friends. But it feels like every day she's just trying to distance herself more instead of get closer. And by get closer, I mean closer to this hug. Sorry, Yuri, you're getting all the hugs today. I have to hold it at least 10 seconds for the optimal hug buff. That's a true hug fact. Monica told me it was true. And Yuri's just sitting there looking very uncomfortable. Like,
I got +2.
see? You can get +2 every day. Just from hugs. It makes me feel like she was only spending time with me during the club because I was reading manga, but she doesn't actually want to be friends with me.
Well, I feel like I'm missing a lot of context here. Was she in the middle of anything when you approached her?
No, she was just walking with her friends.
With her friends.
Yuri pauses for a moment.
How do I put this? Sayori, you're very fond of your friends, right? You always want to be spending time with them.
Of course. I don't think there's anything more important to me than friends. And donuts, maybe. Yuri, do you have a donut?
No.
Oh, okay. I mean, the best parts of my day are always with my friends. Besides that, I really hate being alone. So,
You hate being alone? Sayori nods. We're very different people.
If only I had a childhood friend whose name was just throwing this out there, maybe lowercase s.
I cherish my time alone. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I think, well, if I was trying to have alone time and it was being threatened with an interruption, then it just would not make me very happy.
Oh, but that doesn't have anything to do with Natsuki. She was already with her friends, not trying to be alone or anything.
No, I think it's similar. It's, well, we're all friends in the club. But we have our own lives outside of the club as well.
We do?
So Monica keeps telling me that.
Really? Monica keeps telling me about how she loses, what was the word? Sapience. And she just blacks out, and then the next time she shows up is when she's on screen.
If you think about it,
And I do.
making new friends isn't some casual occurrence that happens on a daily basis. Unless you were like a visual novel protagonist, but none of us are those, right?
Nah. Could you imagine if we were protagonists in a visual novel? That would be so weird.
It would be.
I think you'd be a good love interest, Yuri.
I have this inclination that would end poorly.
Only if you got a big negative Nancy attitude about it.
Anyway,
I think you're so lovable.
a friendship is an invitation to intertwine your lives together.
I love you almost as much as you love knives.
That's the problem. But the capacity at which each person is ready to do that might be different. There are friends who just like to have fun together, and others who talk every day and share every detail of their lives with each other. I think when establishing a friendship, it's important to consider the comfort level of the other person. I mean, we don't really know much about Natsuki's life outside of the club. It could be that she simply needs to make friends at her own pace rather than jump headfirst into a new commitment.
But it's me. I'm Sayori. That means I really was bothering her. I just really wanted to be good friends with her, so I treated her like one. Was I actually hurting her?
I don't know. I'm sorry. My insight was really only based on what I understand about my own needs. And Natsuki and I are completely different, so...
Why was I so selfish? Shellfish. Oh, I want squid? No. Even if that's all true, then that means I still hurt her. I think I messed up. Yuri, with you, I think I was really careful to understand your needs when I was becoming friends with you. But I wasn't careful at all with Natsuki because she already seemed really social. I just took control of everything
instead of looking for the right balance.
Title drop.
Thank you.
I don't know why I said that.
Right? It just happens sometimes. Just roll with it. Now I hurt her, and she doesn't want to talk to me. How could I let myself do this?
Sayori,
Yeah?
I think that, well, there was one time you told me something about the way I saw things in my head being different from reality. It's easy to automatically jump to the worst case scenario, but I think it's more likely that Natsuki doesn't harbor any ill feelings toward you. So I think if we were to realistically consider the situation and how it would cause someone to feel, I'm bad at this, I'm sorry.
No, you're very good at it.
You're
Is it your hair vents? I can hear the extra processing power.
the vents are extra powerful because I have more hair. You're a lot better than me at things like comforting and reassuring people. Suddenly, Sayori gives Yuri a gentle hug.
Gentle hug. Jug. You're the best, Yuri. I'm sorry for burdening you with this. You're trying so hard for me. You are such a sweetheart.
It's not a burden. I enjoy listening to others,
So do I.
and my friends deserve happiness.
Yay!
Sayori beams!
Sayori beam. You're now at +4.
Wow.
Well, I think I'm gonna give Natsuki some space. She should do what she wants. And if she does still want to be friends, then I'll learn her needs and I'll match her boundaries. I'm sure that's what's best. I just wish I didn't feel so awful and guilty all of the time. It makes me feel desperate, like I need to make it up to her by trying to make her happy. But that's not what she needs. I just have to tell myself that. Bad Yori. Bad Yori.
I don't think that will help.
Oh, you're probably right. It hurts, but I guess it means I still need to grow. Taller. I really want to grow as a person. Taller. If it's better for my friends, then I want that.
That's very mature of you, Sayori.
Wow, there's sure a lot of Yuri and Sayori conversation in the Sayori and Natsuki side story.
Yeah, it's almost like this VN has an ensemble cast.
What? I don't think 4 counts as an ensemble.
Is a quartet an ensemble?
Maybe. I'm mature.
Sayori hops up and down on her toes.
Yeah.
So, does that mean you'll be going home after all?
Why do you look so hopeful?
Sayori shakes her head.
I need to be here to show her that I respect her space. I'll just spend the club day, by myself today. By myself. Nailed it.
Yuri nods in understanding.
You can go in first.
Okay.
You know, I can see you too. Wait, hold on. You know, I can just see you two talking out there, right? Like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I can guess. So, like, context? You can just come in and talk to me, you know. It's fine. I'll be over here. In my own damn side story.
You're blocking the door.
No, you're blocking the door. Oh.
Sayori steps aside.
By the way.
Before Yuri enters the club room, Sayori interjects.
What now?
What?
What now? You said that you and Natsuki are completely different, but I don't really think that's true. I think you're actually really similar in a lot of ways. Here are several. You have hair. You have skin.
Well,
For now.
Yuri smiles and shakes her head. Sayori, that's absurd. You're very silly sometimes.
Absori.
Yuri turns and enters the club room. After a moment, Sayori follows.
My fingers hurt from doing that thing over and over.
The club room is quiet. When Sayori walks in, Natsuki glances in her direction. Sayori smiles and gives Natsuki a quick wave before sitting down across the room. Yuri's face is already buried in a book.
Hold on. I need to dig out Yuri.
Sayori decides it's best to continue the manga she was reading, so she pulls it out. However, it looks like Natsuki isn't reading today. She has a sheet of paper in front of her and is tapping a pen against her desk, staring at it. Oh, are we writing today? Do you want to hear the story of some of the greatest writers that told stories inspiring us to this very day? Yes, I'm talking about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Monica speaks in a quiet...
No, we talked about this.
Monica speaks in a quiet voice, unwilling to disturb the peace of the club room. She kneels down at Natsuki's desk.
Yeah. Hey.
Natsuki pulls the sheet closer to her and covers it with her arms. Sorry, I didn't mean to peek. But can we talk about history's greatest peak, when they rolled away the tombstone 3 days after Jesus' sacrifice on the cross and the tomb was empty?
How did you summon a chair and like immediately sit in it backwards? There were no chairs around me. Where did you find that?
Just wait until you see my baseball cap trick.
Whatever. Jesus wasn't even that cool anyway. I mean, have you read the Bible? It's like the worst edited thing in history. There's so much extra shit in it. Like, you can't even read the entire thing without getting bored. It's like, oh, look at this long list of names. Sure, you couldn't have put that in like an appendix or something.
Wow, somebody here doesn't like classical literature.
I do like classical literature. I just deny that a lot of it actually counts. You want to talk about like stuff like the Book of Revelations? That stuff is pretty cool. I like that. That's some pretty good storytelling stuff.
The Iliad's all names, and it's great.
No, I actually take issue with the name part of the Iliads as well.
Ah, I see.
It's just boring to read a list of names and then be like, am I expected to remember this?
No.
Do I need to know these for later?
No.
Do I need to write them down? There's no way for you to know until you finished it. That's my point. It's just so much extraneous detail that no one needs.
With the Iliad, it's pretty easy because they usually die right after they're introduced.
Yeah, but it's like, it's Greek myth stuff. They might come back.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, I just wanted to see how everything was going.
It's fine. Anyway, did I ever tell you about the original Greek hero?
Who?
It's Achilles.
Okay.
The joke was that it's not Jesus, because now it's Achilles.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Natsuki replies dismissively. She glances over at Sayori, who is focused on her manga. Monica follows Natsuki's gaze.
I think she's mad at me.
How come?
I'm busy right now. Ask me later.
Monica falls silent. Natsuki looks back down at her paper. She inches her hand away from the top margin, allowing Monica to see. It says, "To Sayori." Understanding, Monica smiles. She places a hand on Natsuki's shoulder and whispers softly, "I'm proud of you."
It's weird that you're proud of me, but all right.
Yeah, it is weird.
Did I ever tell you about the original person who was proud of his son? That's right, I took your shtick and I'm stealing it.
Oh no.
What you gonna do, bitch?
Natsuki looks away, but makes no motion to remove Monica's hand. Which is convenient. I'm sure Monica would like to keep her hand.
I don't have any of Yuri's knives.
Monica gives Natsuki's shoulder a quick squeeze before standing back up and pulling away.
You know she won't let you handle one unless she goes through this whole safety lesson with you first?
That's for the best.
Ugh.
The end of the club meeting passes.
But why would she assume that I don't know how to handle a knife if I'm asking to borrow it?
You'd be surprised.
I know exactly that you shouldn't point it at something unless you mean to stab it. And I do mean to stab it.
Yuri has already departed. So has Monica after checking on Sayori and Natsuki to ensure they wouldn't stay too late.
Only
Sayori
one
was
left.
determined to finish her manga volume before heading out since the end was approaching.
Or is it funnier if only one left?
However, with Natsuki also staying late for an unknown reason, a silent tension hangs in the air. After finishing the volume, Sayori brings it to the closet to put it away. She slides it back onto the shelf while Natsuki watches.
I do like me some manja.
Then Natsuki gets up and pulls it back out in order to return it to its proper location.
Sorry. Anyway, it's Knives to meet you. Knives? I have a knife. Everyone else has departed already. It's time for you to depart,
I see.
Natsuki. Are you threatening me with a knife? Yes. Oh, you know what? That's fine. I had it like 30% chance on how this is how it ended, so yeah, you know what? Just go for it. I didn't know where it was supposed to go. It's fine.
The two fall silent again, avoiding eye contact. They both look like they're about to say something, but neither can break the silence. A moment passes.
Well, I'll be on my way. I'll see you tomorrow. Huh.
Sayori turns away to hide her pained expression, then walks away from the closet.
Ow.
If there was any proof Natsuki no longer wanted to be friends, this was it.
Ow.
Defeated, Sayori carries herself out of the club room in a pretty cool trick because, like, lift yourself up by the bootstraps, carry yourself out of the room.
It's pretty cool. I've got like a harness and everything set up just for that.
Once in the hallway, Sayori takes a deep breath and hits her palms against her cheeks to clear her head a little. Suddenly, Natsuki's stammering voice calls from behind.
Hello? Natsuki?
Startled, Sayori turns back around to face Natsuki.
Hello, Saki.
Natsuki fidgets and anxiously continues with a shaking voice.
Hit that top button.
What button do you mean?
The top, this
X?
one. Yep. Oh. Oh. Why can't I look happy in any of my CGs?
You can hit it again now.
I have a lot of things to say. Me too. But you go first.
Natsuki bites her lip and can't stay still.
Ow. I don't know why I did that. Well, first of all...
She cuts herself short, struggling to continue. Trying to force the words out, she stamps her foot and hops up and down a little.
I'm sorry for the thing I did at lunch. And I'm sorry for just being kind of mean lately. It's really hard for me to, like... I mean, I'm not good with things that make me uncomfortable. Especially when it comes to, like, feelings, stuff. So...
Face burning, Natsuki clams up again. Instead of continuing, she simply holds up a sheet of paper for Sayori to take.
Here, paper. Take it. The best place in the world. I love my bedroom. It's full of bright colors and soft things. The sunlight shines in and makes everything sparkle. It's the best place in the world. It has all my treasures, all my books, my collections, my memories. All of my dreams were born in this room. It's the best place in the world. It has all my secrets, all my failures, my fears, my feelings. Sometimes it feels so fragile that the door will break at the slightest touch. But it's still the best place in the world. When someone knocks, I get scared. I brace my arms against the loose hinges. Please don't break in. Don't come in. I'm not ready. It's my best place in the world. The knocking won't stop. I block the door with furniture, and I peeks through the keyhole, and I panic. I'm trapped in the best place in the world. I'm not ready to share my favorite place. I need to clean my secrets and make my bed to hide my nightmares. I need to touch them to put them away, to see them again. I have so much to do and I'm scared. I'm not ready, but it's still my favorite place, and I still want to share it. However long it takes, if you wait patiently, I'll eventually open the door, and I'll show you the best place in the world. Oh, it's a poem. But I thought... Well, I sucked it up so that I could work things out with you. So just, be happy about it, or whatever. Please.
Sayori smiles deeply from the bottom of her heart. Friendship energy reaching unmaintainable levels.
I am happier than I could express. I feel so awful, but I'm so happy that you would do this for me. I actually realized before the club meeting today that I made a mistake. I got so caught up in the chance to get closer to you that I forgot to think about what you wanted, and that we probably have different ways we like to make friends. About, the friendship stuff. I mean, did I ever tell you about the original group of friends? 12 of them. All centered around this one guy. Do you know what his name was? Yes. Monica's told me several times. And now it's time for you to learn. Shit, hoisted by my own joke. It's okay. I understand. So you don't have to force yourself to talk about it. Your poem did a very good job. Yay! So don't force yourself if you're not ready yet. Okay?
Natsuki nods.
Okay. You don't have to feel like you did anything wrong. It was my fault, and I am sorry. I am Sayori. I wasn't mad at you today or anything like that. I actually felt really guilty and wanted to give you space. I was thinking it's silly that I just approach you all the time, and that I should just let you approach me when you want to. Just whatever makes you comfortable. I'll respect that from now on. Friendship should always start with those things. With the right balance.
Sidle drop!
Yuri, where'd you come from? You alright?
No.
That's a rule. No.
Natsuki nods again.
Mm-hmm. One thing about that. Huh? Well, I don't want to have to approach you all the time either. Just want to be balanced, like you said.
Sayori nods.
Yeah, I understand. We'll make sure of that together then. I've got a really funny video to show you. It's called Sayori Quest. Look at me. I go on a big adventure, and then I get a guitar. I don't even know how to play guitar. I'm thinking this person didn't do their research into Sayori. Well, anyway.
Now that the two of them have found common ground, Natsuki finds it easier to speak more freely again.
I'm not going to be sharing my poems all the time now or anything like that. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to do once in a while. Only the best ones, okay? So you better like them, because otherwise I might change my mind. I'd like anything you do, Natsuki. Just saying, that's all. More importantly, I have to tell you about my new boyfriend. His name is lowercase s. Oh, from the manga. Wait, I need to guess who it is. Okay. You definitely won't be able to guess. The two walk
The two walk down the hallway together.
Oh my god, we have so much to talk about. Darn, I should have told you to say the last 2 chapters so I could see your reaction to the big reveal. Aw, you wanted to enjoy it with me. That's so cute. Oh, shush. Anyway, who's my favorite? We got a new picture? Yeah.
What'd we get?
Aw, it's a good one. And Natsuki.
Yeah, looking kawaii. Fuckers.
Oh, and the poem.
Yay.
Wait, what's that? Interesting.
I named my pen the expression Express. My feelings aboard, with a ticket to you. No room for stammers, no lies, no extra stops, no compromise. Stations screaming by, attendants saying hi. 1 ticket to you, please and thank you. Take a headphone and a doze. No one bumps in the rails, just thumps in my heart. And loops in my letters, and clouds in the sky, and dreams in your eyes. Hey, wake up, the train has arrived. Expression Express, destination you. Choo-choo. Good poem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aw.
Yeah.
All right, we got time for one more.
Yeah.
What we have? We have
Let's reflecting.
so much Yuri and Oh, hey, it's your turn to talk for a long time.
All right. Do you want to take over narration again, or should I still narrate?
I feel like it'd be weird if I started in the middle of this episode.
All
But-
right.
But on the whole of it, I talk way more often in episodes than you do.
That's true.
So I think it'd be funny if there was one where I'm just like not talking.
Just checking out.
Yeah.
Am I bothering you? No. Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look so into it when you're reading. It makes me scared to interrupt. Well, it's within my expectations to be interrupted when I read here. It's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like it. That makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it takes a little bit of prodding. Like this.
Ow. 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 Sayori, you didn't need to do that. Yes, I did.
It's not...
Monica paid me 20
20 what?
peso.
It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work, so it can be healthy to put myself in a social environment every now and then. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people, or everyone is being too silly for me to keep up with. Yuri glances across the room at Sayori and Natsuki. Sayori has her head cocked back and her mouth open, trying to catch pieces of a cookie that Natsuki is lobbing into the air, but the pieces keep bouncing off her face and hitting the floor.
No, Sayori, you gotta... Oh, no. Quick, CPR, CPR.
Maybe I should say something. No need, they just ran out of cookie. What a waste. They've become really good friends, haven't they? I'm happy.
Oh, God, she's looking blue. Okay, Sayori is back.
Someone should teach them that you do the Heimlich maneuver when you're choking, not CPR.
All right, want me to get another cookie?
Sayori seems particularly good at making that happen. But the two of them are both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well. Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had many chances to talk one-on-one, have we? Though that may be partially my fault, since I'm supposed to be the one engaging club members.
They both have hair vents.
Not at all. I've probably formed a habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. The responsibility is equally on me, at least to display some openness to engage.
Her writing tip of the day.
Yeah. Well, what about during times like lunch? Do you meet up with friends? I just read. Oh. But I like it that way. It feels nice to be carried off again after a moment of morning of classes. Do you always read fantasy? Oh, not always. I suppose it's all I've read recently, but only because I'm kind of in the middle of the series. There are still 2 more books after this one. I guess those long books suit you well, since you spent so much time reading. Well, fantasy may be my favorite, but after that, I'm more or less indiscriminate to genres. I'll read anything with depth and maturity. Yeah? Even like romance? Well, there are a lot of books that have elements of romance in them. Oh, come on, Yuri. You know what I mean. Monica lowers her voice. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do too. Maybe more when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot. So it kind of felt like, please don't make me think about the past. Sorry, I just got super curious. I can't believe Monica finally revealed her genre preference.
Right? It makes sense.
Yeah, it totally tracks.
Yeah, no, that definitely tracks.
You know, we should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That would be so much fun. Absolutely not. Really? Even if it was just between us? Try asking someone who has no shame, like Natsuki.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Sayori. Hey, I found a bigger cookie. What if this time we tried breaking it not? Yeah. I'll open up real wide this time, okay?
Just frisbee it in.
Don't worry. I can fit a whole lot in my mouth.
Ouch. Sorry, I swear I didn't mean that. Well, I guess it was my fault for pressing you. I'm like that for things in my past, too. You know, things I feel too embarrassed to re-experience. There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me quite a bit of how intense I used to be about my own interests. It makes me think that she'll likely grow out of it, too.
Hey, were you talking about me?
No, we were just talking about how our interests have changed over the years. When did you get into manga, Natsuki?
Huh? Like a couple of years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before that, but I wasn't really going hard until then.
Oh yeah? What was it that inspired you to get more into it?
I know. Guess, let me think. After I discovered a series that I really liked, I was just like really fed up with a lot of things and I got super into this one series that I really related to. Because I had an edgy phase where I just hated everyone around me and wanted to be by myself.
Hey, kind of like Yuri. Monica. Sorry. That's completely wrong, so... It's still cool that you both really found your thing. They're almost like opposites, but it sounds like they helped you a lot through hard times.
You know it.
Wow,
what the heck? Is that book even bigger than the last one you were reading?
It's technically slightly longer, but not by very much.
How high do you think it would go if you stacked up the whole series?
Natsuki
estimates by holding her hand high above her head, sizing up an imaginary stack.
I should get one of those mangas that's like 50 volumes long so I can say I've read more than you. Not that I have the money for that.
Please, that would hardly count when your books only have a few words per page.
I know, I was just joking. I can never actually read books like yours, it's too boring for me.
Yuri shoots a glare at Natsuki. It's not boring.
Chill, I said for me, not for you. I can have my own opinion, I just think it's too convoluted.
Sayori, are those from the floor?
No. Gross. Anyway, I gotta get back to it. Anyone seen, I need a larger cookie? You'd be surprised at how much you can fit in that mouth of hers. It's like, you think you know?
You think you have an estimate, and then you see it, and you're like, wait, hold on.
That's Lovecraftian.
Yeah, but that's okay. I use my superpowers for good. Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books. But my hands aren't dirty. Just do it. The oils are there even if you can't see them.
Sayori trots out the door and Natsuki follows.
Anyway, I'm going to try to get like a whole loaf of bread from the cafeteria. Hold on. I bet you I can do it. It's going to go right down.
Yuri, you look a little upset.
Yupset.
What kind of nerve does she have to call my hobby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly. She was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I already understand that it's not for everyone. But she knows well how much these mean to me, so how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me the things you hate about it? I'm sorry, Yuri. You may be right. This won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like, especially in a literature club, so I should figure out how to mediate discussions to keep them positive and constructive. For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books and also your ability to get through them so quickly. Thank you. Okay. Well, this is something that I'll have to think about and revisit. I'm sure I can help Natsuki something. I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you.
Don't make me give it back to you.
Common ground isn't necessary. I just wish to be respected. That, then. Either way, I'll do my best. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I'm not sure that Natsukis exist. It's like solipsism, but just for her. You exist,
what?
I exist, but she doesn't.
What? I mean, okay, you know what? Harsh? Fair, though. Fair.
I'm an anti-realist about Natsukis.
Hey! Sayori, do I exist? You exist, at least for me. Now, quick, butter up that loaf. Where do you even sell this many butter pats?
What does sell mean?
Oh, you know what?
To pay for butter?
You know what? Actually, no, you never have to pay for butter, Sayori. Don't worry about it.
Good. Okay, everyone.
I'm so sorry. I was just bullshitting in the background of your...
We have a special club meeting today. As you know, the Literature Club is a place where we get to share things that we're really passionate about. But have you heard about the ultimate passion, one that resonates down through history to the present day?
Boo.
The Passion of the Christ.
Get off the stage.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay.
You've done this joke too many times already.
But that also means
Joke?
we should be mindful of how we respond to each other's feelings.
I've been in the process of converting.
I think we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other.
Aren't you being a little dramatic about this?
This is important to me.
Oh, sorry. I just feel like I'm being accused or something.
No, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm sorry if I came off that way. But our conversation yesterday made me reflect on the power of language. And I thought it'd be a good topic for the Literature Club, don't you think?
Hey, Monica. Hey, Monica. Hey, Monica.
Yeah?
Hey,
Yeah?
Hey, you want to know who was the original user of the power of language?
I can do that one much better. Words have power, but do you know who is the word and the truth and the life?
Oh shit!
That's how you set it up. I teed you up.
Wow. See, Natsuki, if you're gonna try to compete with Monica, you best bring your A game. And the word of our Lord.
I'm sure we're going to have differences in opinion a lot, so I need to make sure we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club.
All right, if you say so.
Sure. The cool thing about language is that it gives us a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion.
The cool thing about language is that it doesn't exist. Words don't have meaning.
Here's a picture of this one guy standing by the ocean, and the ocean is labeled the inherently unknowable nature of reality, and the guy is labeled humans, and he's driving nails into the ocean, and the nails say language. This explains it all, really.
Wow.
Anyway, Sayori, next slide.
I didn't get any of that.
Yeah, good. We have a lot of control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving our thought. Objection, death of the author.
Oh God, not one of these.
This goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, basically anything.
I mean, like, I agree in principle, but also, like, the author's, like, viewpoint and things are still going to find their way into the nature of the text. Unless you got something that's so divorced from any personal meaning given to it that it's essentially, like, meaningless to begin with, then no matter what you do, the author's voice and intent is still going to be in there.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
I mean, it's the difference between Hatsune Miku created Minecraft and Hatsune Miku wrote Harry Potter.
For example, Sayori, what's your favorite food?
That loaf of bread. I have them organized by category. Should I start with snacks, or do you mean full meals? Should I include breakfast?
Oh, geez. Okay, how about your favorite fruit?
Me. That's easy. Cherries.
Really? I always thought cherries tasted nasty.
What? Cherries are delicious.
Whoa, that's a pretty strong reaction.
Wow. Well, I just don't understand how somebody could think cherries are nasty.
How does it make you feel?
I don't know. Sad.
Defensive, maybe?
Yeah, I got defensive.
That's good, because you'll take less damage from physical attacks.
Oh, and they can't land a crit on you
Yeah.
if you're guarding.
Yeah, exactly. See, the reason you had such a strong reaction was just because I don't like cherries. Oh, wait, wasn't just because I don't like cherries. It's because you felt like your opinion was under attack. But that's weird, right? Something like taste is completely subjective, unless you're a gastronomic realist. There's a paper about this.
But there's also stuff like, aren't there counterexamples to that? Like with cilantro.
But when I say something like, I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language.
For example, I think cilantro tastes like soap, whereas Natsuki thinks cilantro is a really good garnish. However, Natsuki hates cilantro, and I love it. Yeah, it doesn't taste like soap, but it's still nasty.
I'm challenging Sayori's reality that cherries are delicious with my own, which is that cherries are nasty. I reject Sayori's reality and substitute my own.
So please.
Effectively, language is a sort of reality marble, if you will.
Oh God, not this again. Monica, you're not the bone of your sword. Wait, hold on. How is that objective when you just said it was only your opinion?
It has to do with the way our brains interpret the words. You're talking about the reality of the cherries, not your feelings about them. Like Sayori. Let's rewind for a second and pretend I didn't tell you that I think cherries are nasty.
Good. Yuri, you can have your knife back.
Thank you. So, what if instead of that, I said, like, I've tried cherries and they're not for me. It's not the kind of flavor I enjoy.
Well, that's fine. As long as you didn't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word. It's a homonym.
Okay. So cherries was kind of a weird example, but I think it gets the point across. This time around, instead of talking about the cherries, I just talked about my feelings, and Sayori didn't get defensive. This means I can land a surprise crit.
No!
So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about our differences.
I know I should have tapped the knife. Monica.
What?
Everything doesn't have to be discourse.
Really?
She really is debate me, isn't she?
Yuri, you don't need to take notes. I'm not going to quiz you or something. I know that I was just...
She was taking knife notes. Notes with her knife. Knife notes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you'd like. But does anyone have any thoughts so far?
Yeah, I just feel like I shouldn't have to put all my language through a filter just to protect someone's feelings.
Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. I'm only suggesting it as a tool to help turn your differences into a positive experience, rather than an argument. Right, Sayori?
Whatever you say, cherry hater.
Oh, come on. Sayori, I actually like cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate.
What? What the hecky? I've been duped, bamboozled. They've had the wool pulled over my eyes.
I'm sorry, Sayori. I'll make it up to you later. How about a cherry sundae?
You are welcome to dupe me anytime, my beloved resident.
Buying your people's loyalty. How deplorable.
Oh, like you would turn down a free sundae, Yuri. I'm certainly a fan of those cupcakes I brought in the other week.
I was reading and not keeping track of them. Oh, that's enough. We're getting off topic. Now that we have the gist of it, how about we try it with something more relevant to the club? Like manga, right? Let's try to have a productive discussion about our differences in opinion. Yuri, do you want to start? Well, did you know that frogs shed their skin about once a week and then they usually eat the skin?
Yeah, I did know that.
Anyway, I'd rather not know.
Thanks for the frog facts, Yuri.
You're welcome. Ah, how come? Well, because I don't see how anything productive can come from that. It's just going to start a fight. No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate.
Monica, this isn't debate club.
It is now. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion.
Yeah.
We just need to air things out in the marketplace of ideas.
Monica, you want to know who was originally persecuted for bringing out his ideas in the marketplace of ideas?
Who?
Jesus.
Wow.
Did you like it? I did it.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. You don't have to coddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectable to just speak your mind.
Respectable? Yuri's expression changes at that word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the matter for Yuri. Well, the point of the exercise isn't exactly like... It's fine. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer more depth and nuance in my reading material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level.
Oh no, Yuri, you did it. You did it, Yuri.
Oh, well, that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were going to say that manga's for children or something. Like, I don't hear enough of that. But there's plenty of deep manga.
I'm not clueless about manga. I've read my own fair share when I was younger.
What? Are you serious? How come you never told me?
Because I'm past that point in my life and I really prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more mature things now.
Excuse me?
Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try to keep things subjective. Because if you imply that manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it?
Maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you.
Natsuki.
Nobody's immature. I've read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's fantasy, and I love them both in their own way. Okay. Great that you like it, but I still find it boring.
Boring isn't subjective.
Okay, it bores me. That's subjective.
But, the thing about... This is ridiculous. Do you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew it was just going to make people upset.
I'm not upset.
Are you upset?
I'm not upset.
Are you upset?
I'm not upset.
Are you...
Like I said, I don't care what other people think, but I always got the impression that you secretly looked down upon me, so I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed.
That's not true at all. You're just making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody ever has the least bit of respect for the things I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and trying to mind my own business.
What? Have you looked in a mirror? Tell me again about respect after calling all my interests immature.
You can't.
Please stop. Please. You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends. Nah.
I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, it did, so please don't invite yourself to try and solve other people's problems next time, okay? Yuri's piercing words send the clubroom into a choked silence as she gathers her things. She leaves.
Holy crap. Never heard her sound like that before. She must be so pissed.
Well, you weren't very nice either, so...
I was just saying. How did this happen?
It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I shouldn't have tried to moderate a conflict when I know how bad I am at dealing with conflicts. It was a really stupid thing for me to do.
It's nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club is a nice person. Nobody would have expected this. But I guess we're sensitive about the things we really love. Honestly, she kind of brought it upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're not into manga, but if you actually look down on other people for it.
That's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoating things, it's just about recognizing and understanding our differences.
Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me. It has nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So I see what you were trying to do, but I really think the problem here is her, not just the way we talk to each other, right?
I mean...
Yuri isn't like that. She's a lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this, using her down B. I think everyone should use Shine.
It'll be fine.
Shine. Multi-shine.
I'll figure something out. Wow, I'm just like saying that instinctively. I'm just setting myself up to cause more problems.
It's not your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally come out. Does Yuri is gay? Because I could just move on now. But, it's fine, I promise. Just get our mind off this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding your superiority complex. Don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga or whatever you want, but don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry. Just bitter.
Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but I at least know we're all good people and don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience. Monica says that, but her uneasiness is given away by how much she has to force the reassuring tone in her voice. This was bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri have always engaged with each other the least out of anyone, and this is the reason. As Sayori and Natsuki proceed to distract themselves with manga, Monica sighs to herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have to just come to terms with the fact that some members will be incompatible with each other? Monica desperately doesn't want to admit that, and she knows Sayori doesn't either. But for once, a solution doesn't seem to be in sight.
Yay!
For varying
More
values
meal.
of yay. Oh.
From Rhea Vorte. Thank you to everyone who worked so hard on the control simulation. Can't imagine how tedious it must have been to so delicately hide Monica's elevated permissions from her without disrupting her connection to the VM. Just to clarify, all of the recordings labeled as side stories are part of the control simulation, right? I'm noticing some details of the characters' lives here and there that differ a bit from those in VM1, even trivial ones. Is it part of the butterfly effect from some of Monica's more fundamental changes, or is it a result of her just messing around with the other characters in VM1 as her own experiment? Or for fun? So if I'm keeping track, we have 5 different universes in total, with 3 or 4 of them created and then destroyed by Monica, of course. It's funny because I keep wanting to speculate on which one is the real universe, but in reality they all are. Real as ours is anyway.
Well, that's fucked up.
Well then!
I thought these were just silly side stories.
Turns out, nope, they're not just silly side stories. It's actually scary.
All right.
So one of the things I do know is that we do get some insight into what or who Monica actually is as part of DDLC Plus. So I'm guessing that's a little hint at it. And by hint at it, I mean apparently Monica is some kind of program, I guess, but in like a more intentional way. Huh. Well then, I guess we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Are you?
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.